Hey y'all. I just uploaded a couple of shorts, but I know I haven't been on here in several days, and I'm sorry. I hadn't been feeling that great, and I actually left work early one day, and I went to the doctor, got some blood work, checking hormones. I'm kind of in that middle age range where I'm not no spring chicken no more. But I was out in the garden, so I figured I'd come out here and check everything out. And look at this amazing sunflower. And look, there's a big bee right there. I love petting the bees. I'm going to put my keys in my pocket. See if he'll let me. Ooh, he's soft. Can you believe they let you do that? Okay. He's getting ill at me. So pretty. Look, I got another one coming up. Mom threw these out here for me. Oh, there's a little bug on it. Flowers are doing pretty good. Look, we're right at the end, y'all, for our tomatoes. There's a few out here. But yeah, this one looks pretty good. Look at these orange ones. And I'm straight going to eat it. You talking about good. That was so good. Flowers are doing great. Well, there's still these little bitty ones, but see what I mean? Oh, this is starting to look like it's having a hard time. But some of it still looks pretty healthy right here. Get some of these. These right here, I know I'd commented on a video before that these Brad's Atomic tomatoes weren't that great. But they have really turned out pretty good. And we found out too that when they start turning yellow like this is when they're ripe. So they're so good. And they're not that big. They're usually about this size. So I enjoy them. See, I've got some that didn't do so well here. Mom got a whole basket full. So we did better on tomatoes this year than we've ever done. Like some big red tomatoes. So cute. Look how fat this bee is. He's enjoying this sunflower. I guess some seeds are getting, maybe that's those in the middle. He's liking it. Okay, look, here's another little sunflower coming up. And look at this big daddy. I know that's not huge compared to the store, but that's pretty big for just growing out here. The eggplant. And then this is what I wanted to check. I know it's kind of grown up back here, but I was gonna see if I had. I don't know. Hold on, look. It's starting to get blooms on it right here for the this watermelon. And see these leaves, how it's speckled? Like I said, those watermelon look just like this. Green rind and with yellow speckles on it. And I think it's called Moon and Stars watermelon. I messed up last year and didn't get them. And they spoiled on me before I picked them. So I'm hoping to do better this year. Felt like the Lord brought them back for me, so I have another time around. Because I didn't replant them. They just sprung up. So. And look, we're still getting some okra growing. Okra does good for a while. So look how pretty that flower is. We got some more tomatoes growing back here. These are like these small purple ones. Some kind of, I don't know if it's some type of, I don't know. Some kind of purple tomato, but they're good. Look, there's some growing right here. Look, I know our garden's not that green, but it's producing, so it's working. Definitely blessed this year. Our herbs are doing okay. Some oregano and this is parsley. It needs to be deadheaded again. If you ever ate it, like the parsley, whenever it starts growing seeds on the top, it leaves like a weird taste in your mouth, like fennel. Like it's got a licorice vibe to it. I don't know. Rosemary, always so great. Smells so good. The mint looks like it's starting to get dry, but look, this stuff does really good. I think my lavender's had it. I really need to water it. I can't say that I've give it a whole lot of attention. So, Mom got blueberries out here the other day. Look, we're going to have another round of them. We usually do some picking down at my grandma's, but I didn't go this year. I think Mom and Yak, I'm pretty sure Mom and Yak went. Look, our cucumbers have just about got to the end. There's still some blooms on it, though, so maybe we'll get a few more. I've been eating them, and they've been doing great for me on my diet. Look, here's one right here. See, they start getting those little black things on it. Those literally hurt. I mean, they ain't gonna cut you, but they hurt. Okay. Look, here's one. Here's another bee. Oh, he flew off. All right, I'm gonna get this guy. These little arms are so cool. How they, with green beans and cucumbers, how they wrap around stuff. And look at them growing out. Trying to grab. Okay. Oh, look. This one's little, but it's already turned. Sometimes you can make okay out of these. Ooh. Look, and then there's one that gets away from me. Look, here's two of them down here. When they turn yellow like this, we usually just bust them open and give them to the chickens. So look, we'll do. Go ahead and bust them open. Tick, tick, tick. Throw them out here for the chickens to eat. Yeah, I seen another one right here. Oh, we might be able to salvage that one. I don't know. We'll take it in and see. Look, there's another one. Look, we can get this one right here. My hands are getting full. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to get it. See, I dropped one. Okay. Ooh. So the squash and stuff, it didn't last long this year. It's dead. You can't even hardly tell where it was at. But look at the tomatoes over here. Hold on. We got some tomato picking to do. Here's the bigger ones. Look, got some bigger ones. We're doing pretty good. So I have to come back out here and pick some more. But you can tell they're getting to the end of their rope. Oh, there's some more of them Cherokee looking ones. Yep, see, some of them are going. I haven't been out here in a few days, but like I said, I was not feeling that great. Look how heavy this green bean run has got. And there's some green beans that need to be picked. Look at that one. Y'all see those? How big they are? So I might need to pause it and come back out here and pick. Hold, let me go in and get a bucket, I guess. It looks like it might rain though. So flowers are pretty. Look at the color on that one. It's just beautiful. Tiny. What are you doing? That's the spoilt baby. He just showed up one day like God dropped him out of heaven for us. We really felt like it was a gift from God, so, or he was. He's spoilt. He's probably wanting to go in. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna get a bucket. Okay, I got me a bucket. Guess we're pretty private people. I didn't just show inside the house, but we do still have a lot of stuff that's on the kitchen table. It needs to be listed. So, like I said, we got a few eBay stores, but I'm glad to be off work tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do some more of it, but I really got our basement straightened out and got a little store set up down there. So we're in a lot better shape than we were. It was kind of taken over. Alright, so I'm going to get us some tomatoes right here. I don't know if she's planning on leaving that one. Probably. It's not quite ready. Oh, it's really good. Alright. Let's see what we got. A bunch right here. Some of these are already getting squishy. I'll have to just pick them and drop them. Oh, yeah. Ooh, some of them smell fermented. Oh, yeah, they're going on us for sure. Ooh, a lot of these. I don't know how much I'll be bringing in. It's really hard to get in here without breaking something, I think. Look, I made it. These guys feel pretty good. Ah, I dropped one. That was mushy anyways. Yeah, we're getting to end the season here. Or at least they're looking, maybe not end the season. Maybe ours are just, I don't know. Maybe we're not giving enough attention. Yeah, a lot of these are just mush. Look, there's a bug on that one. I know Mom can't stand that. Let me just put them down in there. Yeah, so many of these are not any good. I hate that. See some of these. They're so good. That one's not. I hate that. Let's get them off here, I guess. Let's see if they'll grow some more. Oh, homemade salsa too. I do need to show y'all that. Homemade salsa in the big jars. Which salsa does not last long in my house with my boys. So I have 2 boys that are, one's 19 and one's 24. So young men, I should say. I'm very thankful that they still want to be at home. They're very good kids, far better than I've ever been in life. Sorry, got my finger in the way. I've been thinking about getting one of those cameras that stay on you. Let's see, I'm going to go for these guys. They're way over here. It's a hard stretch. Yeah, these guys feel good. Let's see, but I got this pole all up in my way. So I'm still getting some, but there's a lot of them that are mushy. Yeah, these are getting mushy on me. Okay, here's a whole bunch. Mush, 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 mush. Should have picked these sooner. I think that's all for this end. Oh, nope, hold on, look, there's some hiding. Yeah, these guys, nope. I hate these, I let these go. I don't know about the bigger ones. I bet Beanie has plans for them. These are squishy. All right, let's move on down and see what we can find. But this is a big one right here. Yeah, it got squishy. She had to let it go. I'll throw it over for the chickens. They'll like that. All right. Yeah, a lot of these are just, they've gone to mush on me. But there's still some of these that are good. Get them off here. See how well they do. Or how much more it'll produce. See that? Something's got a hold of that one. I think that one can go one more day or two. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, this one done. Oh, these got mushy on me. There's still some of these growing. But yeah, a lot of these are mush. Left them on there too long. There's a good one. Throw some over there. Probably should have threw all those over to the chickens. That's good food for them. There's some good ones. These are so good. And that's them ripe, y'all. When they're red and yellow and green and purple. Brad's Atomic Tomatoes. There's another one. Look at the little red pepper. Mom always gets on to me when I pick the peppers, but look how many there are. She made a jar of peppers too. I'll have to show those to y'all. Let's see if I can find any more worth picking. No, but there is some down there that are still growing. Oh yeah, I found one down here. Look at that one. That's a pretty color. Let's see. All right, it's time for the green beans. They're still going. So you got a little one growing. He ain't big enough though. And it looks like we got some okra too. I don't know if it'll break off or if I'll have to get a knife. All right, I'm gonna try to finish getting some stuff out of the garden. And I'll be back to show y'all what I get in the bucket. Sorry, look, I couldn't help myself. Look at the bee. Looks like he's asleep, y'all. That is so cute. He is not moving. Oh, just barely, his little antennas. So cool. All right, I said I know I was gonna come back and show you the haul, but as far as the green beans and stuff go, but I'm gonna get off here so I can get this stuff picked. I still gotta fix myself something to eat for supper. I hope y'all have a great evening. From my house to y'all's. Have a great day. I'll probably post something tomorrow. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Who knows what life will throw at me. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I'm going to do some more picking. Bye.